Excuse me. You on Reddit. You on that Reddit, homie. Running after the homies on that Reddit. I've been watching you suckers on that Reddit. Running after the homies on Reddit. What up? What up? It's Garage Gym Homie coming at you live. High-stim Saturday, man. We got a Reddit reaction video. It's turned into a thing, homie. It's turned into a series. And the reason I do it is because I get a lot of good feedback on it. People instant message me. What are we back on AIM? People, yeah, I guess it is a direct message on Instagram. They send me these Reddit posts. They tell me that they watch the whole thing. So it encourages me to keep doing it. When people start saying, I don't like this, I'll stop doing it. Or maybe I'll keep doing it. Anyway, I'm flying right now. God is good. We got a lot to cover, so please hit the like button and let's enjoy the ride, man. I'm usually in the other room, but I got I'm doing some construction here. I'm trying to create a nice podcast space and investing in the future here. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. So this first one, we're going over here, and this is Irate. The homie Substantial Roof 174, God bless him. Read mixed reviews about Irate in this group, but here to say this might be a sleeper. This is the reformulated version. I experienced everything GGH said in his review. The energy on this was on a constant loop. I was focused and connected to all the movements, nothing dirty, nothing over the top. Half hour in, I felt internal heat and energy brewing. And then smooth sailing from there. The euphoria, if you want to call it that, was mild, feel good throughout. But the feel good feelings were on a level of I own these weights. Each set was a boxing round that I won. So far, no crash, which usually happens on high-stim Saturday after intense training. Stacked with 5 milligrams of tadalafil. I don't know what that is, but people say it. I guess it's for pump or erectile dysfunction, which is for pump. Give it a shot now. Nutricartel has a sale. If you have the funds, this may put you over the free mystery sub threshold. Win-win in my book. All right, man. I'm going to say this. First of all, when I read somebody that says, I experienced everything GGH said in his review, it warms my heart, man. Because I guess I get in my head thinking that anytime I give a good review, people are questioning whether I'm BSing or not. So when people say they agree with my review, man, it's like a win for me. That feels good for me. I'm not here talking feelings, but I'm talking feelings, homie. No, for real, though. It is, man. I guess I get in my head and I'm like, man, I hope, I give a lot of good reviews because I accept a lot of good supplements. So when people say they vibe with the reviewer, it's exactly what I said, and they publicly state that, it is a win for me, man. It does feel good. Having said that, this pre was pretty much what the homie said here. Thought it was okay. Not the most eventful. A feel good, no negative side effect, illicit, but not over the top. I mean, nowhere near Dark Labz level or whatever. So it was a decent hitter. I think the homie gave an accurate review. Let's move on. Here we go. DMHA. This guy, Fadi Johnny, says, for the pre-workouts that have DMHA in them, like Mesomorph and others, is it okay to be taken daily? I feel like the DMHA in pre is not as hard as actual solo DMHA sub. You guys take them daily. Now, I'm going to venture out to say that this guy here, Fadi Johnny, knows the answer to this question. If you're asking people, can I take DMHA daily? I have a feeling that you internally know there's a reason you're asking. And it's because you want somebody to tell you it's okay. You want somebody to co-sign this behavior. And you've come to the perfect place for it, sir. You've come to Reddit. And there's going to be some level-headed people. They're going to tell you, nah, man, don't do that. And then there's going to be people who say, oh, I don't believe in that high-stim BS. I take crack gold 5 days a week, this and that. If you want, it's like anything else, man. I always say a little less science, a little more iron pumping. Because the reason I say that, not because I don't believe in science or whatever, because we can justify any behavior if we search hard enough. If I search for the right science to justify something I want to do in fitness, I'm going to find something that backs it. If I want to find something against it, I'm going to find something. We search hard enough, and it's the same thing here. If you want somebody to co-sign you, to tell you it's okay to take DMHA every day, you'll find it here, and you can find the opposite. Moving on. So the point is, don't take mesomorph and stuff. 2 days a week, never 2 days in a row. So if you're going to push it to 3 days a week, never 2 days in a row. I mean, come on. Now let's move on here. Somebody's posting about Bloodbath, one of my favorites. I used it today, actually, with Crack Barbarian. I bought this pre-workout. Any thoughts, advice on if I should double scoop? Is this a daily pre? Well, I don't know it's classified as a daily, so it's because it's non-stimulant, and it's not even really a pre. It is a pre, but it's purely just pumps. So it's, in my opinion, when I see Bloodbath, it's a stackable pump formula. So I say, yeah, take 2 scoops. I've only taken it with 2 scoops, and enjoy using it. Don't be cheap. Use the 2 scoops, freaking amazing. Man, I had the craziest vascularity. This is such a good product. Whatever they did this, I mean, they just did this right, man. Nothing like their insane veins or this is just in a league of its own. I mean, one of the best on the market as far as powders go. It's just an amazing, you just feel good on it. I mean, you can say, well, how do you feel good? It's non-stim. Because when you're looking freaky, homie, and you're in the mirror and you got that crazy vascularity and you're just feeling like a legend, man, you feel better. It's like, I always say, life feels better with a tan. No different than a good pump, man. Life feels better with a good pump. So let's move on here. So this one got a lot of, interaction. They're talking about this. Has anyone tried this? I can't find much info on this. This is this Alpha Mood, and I know who manufactures this, and it's got this ingredient in it called tepatine. Let's see. They're talking about it in here. It's like an opiate type. Somebody said the withdrawals are worse than heroin. I had a few buddies get hooked on that stuff. Now I'm going to say this. Kool-Aid. Worse than heroin is, I don't know about that. I mean, heroin is a full-on opiate analgesic that hits like just about all your opiate receptors. So I don't think this is worse. I've withdrawn from heroin many times, hundreds of times, and it's pretty freaking horrible. So it's called tynapatine, and I think it's an opioid. I don't know if it's an analgesic. It's like an antagonist, so it kind of mimics what an opiate does, I think. And a lot of people supposedly get hooked on it. Now, I just want to say, it's basically DMBA with an experimental perictum. Don't take tynapatine. So a lot of people are advising against this. I took a product. It's got the tynapatine, which is highly addictive. Other than that, it's nothing special. Kratom is a healthier option if you want to go that route. Both are addictive. I highly recommend anybody against kratom. I think it's a terrible idea. I don't think the pros outweigh the cons. I think it's a people take it to get high. They get hooked on it. You have no clue how many people I have sponsored in the program that were once heroin addicts or opioid addicts, got sober, went to sober living houses, rehabs, whatever, ended up getting hooked on kratom, and now they're completely hooked on it and are going through the same basically opiate withdrawals. I cannot see the benefits being worth it to do something that you're going to have those horrible withdrawals from. I highly recommend this. As far as this alpha mood, I know they claim this tinapatine or whatever. Number one, I just want to say, who knows if it's even in it? I took a product by this same manufacturer that claimed it. I didn't feel anything. I didn't really know what I was taking at the time. Didn't feel like anything special to me. So I don't even know if they really put this stuff in. The other thing I'll say is, assuming they do, not worth taking. I agree with the subreddit here. Everybody who's saying, don't take it, saying, guys, if you're in your 40s like I am and having kicked at least 3 life harrowing addictions, have you lived? So they're talking junk. They're joking, yada, yada. They're saying it's gas station heroin. It's highly addictive. So it seems like they're up on this. I guess, yeah, that Bottle Rocket had it, yada, yada. So, yeah, as a recovered heroin addict myself, obviously, I don't think any of this is worth it. And I don't get what any of this has to do with health and fitness anyway. So I say screw all that. And now let's see here. The homie said, finally got Maniaco. We're cruising through these here. Finally got Maniaco. What's the general consensus on using a pre-workout with this powerful with DMHA? I'm currently taking crack daily as my daily pre-workout. I've read on here to only take DMHA once a week, but wondering what day. I usually hit it pretty hard every day. Wondering what day? I go Monday through Friday. I don't think it matters what day, whatever day you choose. First of all, general consensus. A consensus is already general. So if somebody says a general consensus, it's repetitive. Just want to just telling you, it's the consensus. It's already general. So the general consensus is, redundant, as they say. Regardless, you take it whatever day you want. I would say twice a week is solid for Maniaco, never 2 days in a row. End of story. High-stim Saturday, definitely. Like me, I do DMHA Wednesday and Saturday. I space them out. I like to treat myself on Wednesday. I could take anesthetized at night and reset. It's nice. So let's move on. Somebody said, the pre-workout doesn't know what day of the week it is. That is true. I didn't know what he meant by what day. Maybe he meant what muscle group. Like, should I take it on chest day or this or that? Maniaco is good for any day, to be honest. So let's move on here. Here we go. Is this Jack 3D legit? And the answer is no, it's not. I'm just looking at the tub. I'm sure I'm going to get flamed on here for posting this because there's a 90% chance it's not legit. No, there's a 100% chance it's not legit. But is there any way, is there any way it's possible this website has some Jack 3D left over from 2010s? Let's just play devil's advocate and say they did have it. Why would you want a pre that's been sitting there from 2010 when you can get a fresh pre? There's no reason. The original Jack 3 didn't have lock codes on the... Yeah, this is just all BS. If it's all definitely a clone, OG Jack 3 is gone. We got to... Guys, people, if the person who posted this is watching my channel, it's time to let go of the past. The girl is your ex for a reason. She's your ex for a reason, as they say. There's no reason to go back to the ex. I'm telling you, people, We got to let go of the past. It's holding us back from being the best person we can be in the present. We're living in the past, folks. And these pre-workouts we're trying to hold on to and find on these sites and get ripped off. And I always tell you guys, you're creating a demand. When you guys go on this website, musclebody.sk, whoever they are, low down, dirty people over there, and you support them, and you buy this garbage that's fake, you're creating a demand for this garbage. So stop supporting these people. Tell them we're not standing for this, folks. Tell anybody, tell Muscle Body to come watch this video. They could take it up with me. This supplement industry, I just want to tell you, dude, it is so shady. Dude, I'm in the HVAC industry. It's nothing like this. Everybody in the supplement industry, it is like a bunch of drug dealers. Everybody's trying to get over. Everybody's secretive. Everybody's doing sketchy stuff. Everybody's got this weird secretive vibe. I mean, it is such a bizarre industry, dude. And I think anybody, if you're watching this, if you're a supplement brand owner, a supplement store owner, manufacturer, you know what I'm talking about. You do shady, weird, sneaky, little, stupid stuff all the time to protect your interest. And it just makes you seem like a scumbag. I've dealt with so many supplement company owners where I'm just like, why do all this sneaky, shady, little secretive stuff? This industry is, I'm telling you, full of scumbags who are all out for themselves. And it is such a cutthroat shit. You're like a bunch of fake drug dealers who you think you're up on game. I mean, the people I used to run with would run circles around these supplement industry people. This is like amateur hour here, but I'm just telling you, it is so discouraging. You know, I was watching the Tren twins this last week. I pretty much, for the first time in my life, people were hitting me up and they're like, when are you going to review the Tren twins pre-workout? So I'm like, man, I'm going to watch the Tren twins. And I looked them up and I was like, dude, I didn't know who these guys were. And I'm watching and I'm like, this is freaking motivating, dude. Like, these guys are doing what I should have been doing. This supplement stuff, this freaking monkey business, these guys are pumping iron. They got someone filming them at the gym. They're going hard as heck on the weights. They're making motivational videos, just showing them pumping and eating and stuff. I'm like, they got the right idea, dude. These guys, and they're crushing it. I mean, nothing but respect to what they're doing. Well, I mean, I got mixed feelings about taking, anabolics and stuff, but that's their business, man. I'm not here to judge them unfavorably. It's not my thing, but they're crushing it, dude. Freaking crushing it. Makes me want to stop doing reviews and do videos like that. That's what I've wanted to do for a long time. Dealing with these supplement brands and all this stuff, it is, man, it gets annoying because everyone is, excuse my language, such a whore. They sell their souls. I mean, it is bizarre, dude. And there's legit companies, obviously, but a lot of the stuff that I review, and everyone's doing this sneaky little shady, secretive stuff. Which pre-workout has the best Rocket Pop flavor? I cannot wrap my head. I mean, I could not imagine that a flavor is so important that I buy a pre-workout based around that. Like, in my opinion, the effects are the most important. If it happens to have a killer flavor, it's noted, and I'm like, wow, that's great. Some people are so into flavor, and I get it. That's totally fine. They flavor them for a reason. So if that's important to you, I think that's fine. I personally can't imagine even thinking about flavor when I want a pre-workout. I just want the kind of pre-workout I want that's going to give me the effect I want, whether it's a daily stim junkie, whatever it is. I've never cared that much, I guess. But so what are they saying? MV Pre, High Tech, Mesomorph, Chaotic Rage. So we're not getting a general consensus, as you would say. Everyone's got a different opinion. Let's move on. So this this is the Godzilla review. Somebody posted. Who is it? Oh, Fornius, the homie. God bless Fornius. So he got the label is crazy. DMBA, DMAA, DMHA. So decided to try this one. Yeah, I saw the label, and I know who manufactures this, and it's the same people who just made the new M2 pre-workout, the same manufacturers, which I was not a huge fan of that M2 pre. I never came back to it. To me, it was, I don't know, dude. I didn't feel really the goods in there. So the homie Fornius, no chemical taste. Then you get this background illicit feeling coming up. It has apparent mood elevation element. You're motivated to do stuff. It's a laziness killer. So it looks like focus, tunnel vision, fully locked in the movement. I believe it has DMBA feeling to it. DMHA contributed to mood elevation, sense of well-being, but not enough for getting euphoria. I think it doesn't have DMAA, but maybe it's analog or something, which really shine. I mean, yeah, let's be honest. Like, if a pre-workout has DMHA, DMBA, and DMAA, I mean, you're going to be on a freaking another planet, dude. That stuff's going to be absolutely like just mind-blowing. I mean, it's going to be like probably too much. Who knows? It's just, that's insane. I mean, you either get DMHA, you used to get DMAA or DMBA. For a pre to have all three, and it just feels like another normal illicit pre, not a chance does it have DMAA. And Fornius knows. Who knows what stimulants, freaking amphetamines they put in these things, you know? Smooth hitter, no crazy heart racing, great breakdown. People like the Fornius breakdown. It is different. It hits nice, smooth and clean, background illicit feeling. Yeah, let's DMAA, DMHA, DMBA. Ain't nothing going to be in the background, homie. That's going to be in your freaking face, smacking you, son. Smacking you with its big fat schlong right in the face, homie. And ain't going to be no in the background, let's be honest. So there we go. So we'll move on here. We're doing good. Oh, this is interesting. Banana Splits is reviewing the he's reviewing the Tren Twins pre-workout. So he's saying is how he rates it. Flavor 9 out of 10. That's good. I have one right here. I don't know. What do I have? So I have right here their I have their pump. This thing is huge. Crazy looking pump formula. And I also have their pre right here. This is a Blue Inferno flavor. So I'm going to review this. Haven't taken it yet. I don't even know who manufactures this. Anyway, so it's a completely compliant label. He gave it a 6.5 experience. 6.5 out of 405 milligrams of caffeine. Interesting. I think it has more than that, I thought. But I'm going to look. Not a bad score. There's really no pump ingredients in it, like he said. Smooth energy, a lot of sweating. I tried to get them to sell it to Nutricartel, and they're trying to have a big minimum for Nutricartel for supplement stores to carry it. So it's a big commitment. These people are some elitists, man. The Tren Twins, whoever deals with their supplement line for them. So he got a decent rating on it. If you're reading this part, I have a lot of pre's that I've used. Some got the exotic stims, but most are basic, above average. Let me know if you want more reviews. So a good review. Seemed like a decent high-end daily from this review. and I'll run it myself. But yeah, the Tren twins, man, they were doing they were with my boys at Huge Supplements. Then they started their own line. Those guys, man, they push some freaking heavy weight, dude. Respect to those guys. Okay, let's move on here. And they're from Michigan too, I guess. Originally. I've been taking pre-workout before every gym session for the last 15 plus years. How cooked am I? I don't think anything's wrong with that. I mean, if you're not, as I said, dude, like I've made a lot of videos about this. If you're not abusing pre-workout and you're taking it smart and you're resting and recovering properly and you're taking the right pre's at the right times, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to keep feeling pre-workouts as long as you take it. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, it's no different than being on TRT for 15 years. If you, I mean, it still should be doing its job, I think. I mean, it's just like, why did I compare it to TRT? I don't know, because I've been on it for a while and it's still doing its job. If you're not abusing it, this the guy said, well done, I'd say. Tell my family I love them. Stick a fork. Depends how often you work out. And those, I mean, even if you're pumping iron 5 days a week, you want to take a pre and you're taking, you know, mostly dailies or stim junkie dailies and throwing in some illicits here and there, some stim junkie or whatever. I don't know, dude. I don't think there's any reason 15 years, I mean, that you can't still be feeling pre-workouts maximal. And if you're not abusing them, I mean, I think these are pre-workouts are meant to be enjoyed, dude, just not abused. They're meant to be respected, but they're, you know, they're there for you to take. You don't got to be in your head about it. Stim free pre-workout didn't do anything for me. It should give you some pump. Felt equivalent of drinking decaffeinated coffee. That's probably true. Besides the fatty liver from not exercising, any other effects you notice? Also, how old are you? What do you mean not exercising? I don't know. Did he say he doesn't exercise? Super aggression. My liver enzymes are good. And they did a scan, also good. Had some fatty liver issues when I was consuming way too much sugar and not exercising. I'm pro-liver, though. I'll start taking the milk thistle. I'm pro-liver too, homie. I'm all for the liver. You could say pre-workout mean non-stim, in which case all good. I don't know, dude. I don't see any reason why it's such a big deal to take pre-workout. Let's see here. Next, trying to figure out what ingredients make me effed up. Let's share this one. So I had a pre a couple of months ago and I absolutely effing hated the post-workout effects. My resting heart rate was like 130 to 140 5 hours after taking it. And during the workout, I didn't feel any sort of boost either. So I was trying to figure out what ingredients. I don't know, dude. This looks like, which one is this? This looks like, Condemned Labz, Convict, I think. And they're saying the yohimbine, 3 milligrams of yohimbine will make you have a resting heart rate of 145 hours later. That something sounds wrong, dude. I mean, even yohimbine, 5 hours later, hygienamine. This person just could have a lot of, there's a lot of other factors going on here. 2 amino should not raise your heart rate like that. There could be a lot of other factors here. This guy could have heart problems. He could have, there's so much going on we don't know about. And I don't know, man. I guess the half-life of some of these things are long enough to do that, but it doesn't seem right. Everyone's saying, yeah, it is the old Convict. When it hits, it's amazing. When it doesn't, he crashes my mood. It's probably 2 amino. I don't know, dude. They're saying it's between the yohimbine or 2 amino. I can't say. There's like 56 comments here. And it seems unlikely 3 milligrams of yohimbine hydrochloride is going to make you feel like that later on. But I guess if you have a sensitivity to it, or as I said, there's other factors. Most people are not going to have those issues. So very hard to say which ingredient, and very hard to say why with all the other factors in your life we don't know about. So let's go here. We're doing Somatomax feedback review. So, you know, this one right here, man, I love Somatomax. I'll be honest. For that 1 to 2 nights a week tops, that boy goes hard, man. Yesterday, I tried Somatomax for the first time, and I must say it didn't help me fall asleep at all. In fact, it seemed to make it even harder for me to fall asleep. Now, it shouldn't do that. Now, as I said, not falling asleep, that can make sense because phenibut doesn't really work for 3 to 4 hours after taking it. So as I always say, it's more for the next day experience. So Fornia said, it's the best sleep aid. I only take 7 to 8 grams. It's the sweet spot. Couple tips I learned from GGH and applied it, and it actually works better. Sometimes I take it once a month because I only needed it one time, but try not to use it more than once a week. Very smart. Number 1, take it on relatively empty stomach. He's absolutely right, and I do talk about this. Phenibut, I've taken it on full stomach with the cheat meals. After a cheat meal, complete night and day. It hardly even works on a full stomach. There's something about phenibut where it's got to be on an empty stomach. Take it when you know you will have at least 8 hours of sleep. Couldn't agree more, because you want that full reset. I mean, you really want it to wear off so you feel good the next day. Because you're going to be like because it takes 3 to 4 hours to start working, and it lasts, dude. As you guys say on Reddit, it has legs. Try mixing it with warm water. Yep, definitely activates better. GABA. It's a GABA type that crosses the blood-brain barrier and definitely works better in warm water. Granted, I don't use it in warm water. I always use lukewarm water, like room temperature. Take it when you absolutely need rest and reset. I like it on a DMHA day because I feel like my brain's fried. I want it to reset my receptors and my adrenal glands. Take it with minimum water so you don't wake up. Fornius, I got to tell you, man, I'm freaking honored that my tips have worked for you and that you're feeling that, man, and that you relate it, man. That means a lot. I mean, from the heart. That's humbling when you know that my content has brought value to people in some way. That means a lot to me, dude. Like, really, really touches it makes me want to tear up, actually. No, for real, though. I mean, I don't know, man. That's a nice thing to see. Stuff made me sick and throw up excessively the next morning. Never again. Anesthetized is a much better product. Now, that's high-stim A's. I got to be honest. My experience is different. I don't find anesthetized much different than Somatomax from what I remember. They're the same sourcing of phenibut, first of all, since they're both manufactured by high-tech. And they both have fat doses of phenibut. I think high-stim Ace probably wasn't used to Somatomax. If he took another scoop or tried it again, I don't think he'd have the same reaction. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but it's pretty much similar. And to me, somebody said I take anesthetize. High-stim Ace at half the dose paired with 5 milligrams of melatonin. High-stim Ace thinks 5 milligrams of melatonin is a low dose. That's a very high dose for me personally. Melatonin works different on other people. Melatonin for me, like my sweet spot is like 1 to 2 milligrams. I risk a lag with more than that. You took too much. It happened to me the first time too. First time dose should be around a 1/3 scoop. I have both. I believe it's different forms of phenibut. It's not. They're both that high-tech phenibut. High-tech manufacturers for Blackstone Labz. They are, feel the exact same effect wise. This is a great supplement. Another one that is not to be abused. It's a weird drug. I've experienced the same effect with Somatomax. There's a threshold at phenibut. I'm going to tell you, I've used it for probably 4 years now. Somatomax or anesthetized. It works for me the same exact way today than it did 4 years ago. It never lost its magic. And that's because I respect it immensely. I have heard the stories about people being hooked on it. I use it sparingly once a week, generally on Wednesday night. Never have I used it more than twice a week. Never used it 2 nights in a row ever. And it still works its magic. I love it. And I take weeks off from sleep aids and stuff, and I have zero problem sleeping without it. It's just for that extra, never to be relied on for sleep, but it is an amazing supplement if you can respect it and use it right. 6 pre-workout Gym Dad reviews. Did a post here, 6 pre-workouts that represent the Stim Junkie community. So Hero, for instance, mine are as follows: Excelsior, Crack Barbarian, Maniaco, Legit, Smash, Big Bang. I don't know Big Bang. So these people are all leaving Excelsior, Kill Switch, Maniaco, Barbarian, maybe Primal. Okay, mine would be, are these pre-workouts that are out now? Maniaco, Wildfire, Excelsior, Crack Purple, Last 2 Nostalgia, Craze, Jack 3D. For me, it would be, of all time, I would say Crack OG Purple, Crack Gold, Maniaco, since it has my name on it, Prephase KO, Defiant Unleashed, that holds a special place in my heart, and I guess one more. The craziest one I ever hit, as far as like euphoric, besides Prephase KO, there was one called Project Catalyst that had real DMHA in it. That thing was freaking nuts. Yeah, Wildfire was great too when I first had that good tub. Okay, somebody did a post here and said, would you be turned off if a pre-workout came in a stand-up pouch instead of a plastic tub? I'm working on launching a natural pre-workout. It's more of a clean energy focused formula. I'm seriously considering using stand-up pouches. So I've had them in stand-up pouches. Like for me, I'm offended by it. No, I'm kidding. I'm not offended. I like tubs that are, I can't show you this one yet. It's probably dropped by now. This size, regular size tubs, because I could stack them in my rotation. I have 10, 5. They fit perfectly on my shelf. So I don't really keep pre's that fall outside of that, because I'm crazy, man. All my the tubs are the same size, the standard tub. I always get rid of the pre's that are big and bulky and whatever, because they don't fit in my rotation in that perfect 5 and 5. But no, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a pre in a tub, especially if if you're going for a oh my god, especially if you're going for something that's, I guess, recyclable or whatever. But I think they're all recyclable, aren't they? The plastic ones. Someone said they only accept natural pre-workout in a wooden chest. I feel it. The dogs are going nuts. You hear them howling? You're talking to the sub that buys samples that resemble little bags of illicit drugs. I don't think you'll get too many objections here. Yeah, who cares? It's kind of a cool idea. All right. Oh my god. They're howling. Okay, people, we're moving on here. So we got Supp Locker. Supplockers come on the scene and they are advertising very hard. They're going hard, man, Supplocker. And, they reached out to me in the email, and a guy was super nice. He wanted me to review the Helios. I was like, told him, I don't know, dude. To me, honestly, I didn't really like Helios, and I already reviewed it, so there wasn't really anything I could do for him. I wasn't going to do a re-review on Helios, and so I guess now he's getting Dark Labs products. One of these things is not like the other. OP deleted his reply. I don't know. The truth. Well, I mean, I'd rather tell the people the truth, and most reviewers agree that it's really some BS that these new formulations, purple and gold, are floating around with the same name, having nowhere true experience as the predecessors. It's annoying when you recommend something as proven as purple or gold, which are top tier. And then this whack ass SHT comes out with the same name, and it just isn't the same pre at all. It's very deceptive and ruins credibility. Sadly, I think this is the same thing we see happening with reviewers getting the real deal tubs and stuff gets hyped. But then the manufacturer sneaks in silent reform whenever, and it's 50-50. Dude, I just want to say this guy, whoever, no idea what Dark Labz is doing or whoever is running it while the boss man is on hiatus, but it's FUCKY. You got the real deal stuff like Maniaco V2 dropping. Apparently the new Reloaded is a good one, but then there's two turds floating around. So, I mean, I'll just comment on this. In 5 years of doing reviews, and I've now reviewed 550 pre's, there is zero truth to a reviewer getting some magic tub and hyping it up and everybody getting a different tub. Okay? In my experience, that has never, ever happened. I have never gotten a different tub. My tub, first of all, they come with lot numbers. I get a random tub of any pre. The manufacturer who sends it to the company, let's say Nutricartel gets a pallet of it from a manufacturer or whatever, I get one random tub from there. There is no special reviewer tub. You guys cannot tell me one pre-workout where you have some proof that the reviewers have gotten this one magic reviewer tub that to hype it up. Now, either the reviewer is hyping it up just on his own, or he just had a better experience with it, but there is no magic reviewer tub. I promise you, that is not a thing. At least in the 5 years I've been doing this, and out of all the pre's I reviewed, I have never heard of that happening, where there is some tub they put off to the side that they've doctored up with different ingredients and sent it to a reviewer. That's just, it's not even a thing. It's completely just made up in people's heads that's a that's a thing. So I don't know where people get this from, and I can't even think of a pre-workout, for example, that's happened to. Every pre-workout or reviewer that I've seen is hyped up. Either people have gotten it and it's been the same experience, or some people have had a good experience and some people haven't. But I have never just seen a reviewer get one magic tub and the rest is just all bunk. I've never heard of that ever. And if you guys can give me an example of when that's happened, that there was just one good tub that the reviewers gotten and everyone else just got trash, and not one person could say their experience lined up with the reviewers, please enlighten me, because this is just a made-up thing. It's just not how it works. I get a completely random tub like everybody else and hope it hits. Anyway, but I don't know, dude. I stand by all my reviews. I don't review anything and then come back and I'm like, you know what? I admit I hyped that up and it was trash. I mean, it's just, that's not me. I did. I was unclear what the context of the original comment was. I'm not being deceptive, nor am I claiming to have any sort of old formulation. Yeah, dude, get off this guy Supplocker's balls, homies. I'm looking right at the tubs. He's got the crack. Hold on, let me share the screen. He's got the crack right here. This is clearly the new one. Everybody knows this is, I mean, I do. I look at that and I say that's the DMHA version. It's a tall purple tub. It's not the same as the other one. And I could see this one. This is a shiny crack gold tub. I know these are DMHA versions. These are not the DMAA versions. Dude, if you're getting duped by this and you think you're buying the DMAA, you're not doing your own research, homie. If you bought this crack purple and you thought you were getting a DMAA pre, that's your freaking fault, dude. Dark Labs never falsely advertised this as DMAA. They came out with a new DMHA label. You can debate that it was a stupid move for them to continue calling it crack purple, and you could say, you know what? They should have just called it something completely different. And that's a fair point, dude. But I don't think it's disingenuous. They were trying to create like a nostalgic look. I talked to the owner of Dark Labs when they came up with this idea. He's like, yeah, people like the purple tub for nostalgia. It wasn't a trick, dude. It wasn't to trick people. I promise you. A lot of you guys are, you think everyone, I mean, I'm telling you, if you bought this and you thought you were getting, then you didn't look at the label. I mean, as far as I know, the label's right there on the Dark Lab site. So that's your fault if you bought it and thought it was the same good crack purple or crack gold. It's a new version and it's a different label. And Dark Labs has the label right on their site. So get it together, people. People come here, share opinions about pre-workouts, don't like it, move on. Yeah, I mean, that is fine. Nothing's wrong with sharing your opinion. And it is debatable. I mean, looking back, maybe it was a bad move for Dark Labs to call this crack purple because they've gotten a lot of hate for it. And I personally gave it a poor review. I came on and said it just didn't hit. This wasn't it for me. And the crack gold was uneventful. Those are two pre-workouts I didn't keep in my regimen. The legit pre-smacks, thank God Maniaco's good. And it's not Dark Lab's fault, dude. The labels are good on this. This crack purple right here and this crack gold, those are solid labels. Those potentially should hit good based on the label. They got some Alpha Yo, they got some 250 or whatever, DMHA. I mean, those are freaking, dude, those are hitter freaking labels. Doesn't hit good, not because of Dark Labs, dude, because of the manufacturing. Dark Labs didn't manufacture these. They're relying on an outside manufacturer to make these. Just explain to you guys how it works. Dark Labs comes up with the formula, hands it over to a manufacturer that we hope to God is going to do a good job with, putting it together. And it didn't come out that great, dude. Let's be honest. But it's not like Dark Labs didn't want to make a top-notch product. I mean, you think they want their name screwed up? Some of you guys think they're just like, they want to tarnish their reputation to trick people. I mean, when manufacturing doesn't come together properly, I mean, that's the worst thing that could happen for a supplement company. They like, shoot, that's a reflection on them. So, I don't know. Okay, so this guy has a Ruesco. How much time are we in here? 52 minutes. Okay, let's see, or whatever. Ruesco purchase issue. Anyone else having processing online orders? Every credit card I add says declined. I don't know, man. I think that's more of a I think your credit's bunk, homie. I think you got some bunk credits, son. No, I don't know, man. For Ruesco's site, I don't mess with Ruesco, so I don't know about that. But it sounds like you've You've exceeded your limitations, buddy. No, I don't know, man. I'm just talking junk, home. If you can't talk junk here, where can we talk it, man? Trump calls it locker room talk. Okay, so daily drivers. After Dexter Halloween and Crack Barbarian, I wanted something daily, and so I chose these two. Things cross the limits. You are the best. Well, no, they're not. Number one. Number two, hyper maxed out and El Jefe are not daily drivers. I don't know where Future Sport came up with that. These are both Stim Junkie Pre's. Definitely not daily drivers. Somebody said, I'd call them high-stim non-illicits more than daily drivers. Absolutely. Jefe and Kill Switch is my actual hardest hitting breed right now. Yeah, that's a lot of stimulants. I mean, this guy was probably abused. If he was just using Crack Barbarian and Dexter Halloween, I mean, yeah, I guess anything's going to be... Okay, so you know what? God bless the Reddit people here, because they're actually love El Jefe, probably one of my favorite daily drivers. It's not a daily driver. My brother in Christ, I genuinely hope you're being ironic about these being dailies. If you need to run a Stim Junkie pre-workout every day, you definitely need a Stim break. Good morning. I train push-pull, legs, rest, and repeat. I take daily drivers and push-pull days and leg days, mostly higher stuff. This rotation pre-workout is okay, and I don't have a big tolerance. After 8 weeks, I take 1 week off all pre-workouts. Hey, man, you got to follow your heart, but if I'm looking at those two, those ain't no daily drivers, man. Whatever works for you, you know, it's between you and God, homie. But in my opinion, those are not daily drivers. But what do I know, man? So here we go. Review Bros. What are we all saying? And I think they actually just posted a review on this. Conqueror's fantastic. I thought Pillager was a freaking hitter, dude. That's their best pre. Pillager's got that alpha that's hitting, man. I know the manufacturer. They have good I don't know. Ruesco's here defending his samples or something. I don't know. I happen to really like that Pillager. Conqueror was nice too, lower caffeine. Pillager was just dude. My energy and aggressive mood elevation and all that was really great on that Pillager. They did a good job with that. And then we got looking for one-stop shop to build my own pre. Oh my God. I'm going to build my own because I no longer respond well to caffeine, and hardcore pre-workout creators have proven over the course of 13 years that they're not interested in developing without it. Without caffeine? I don't understand. That's not, I mean, there's plenty of non-stim pre's out there. If anyone knows of solid one-stop shops for complex additives, please share. As a side, and to avoid unnecessary disclosures, I'm aware that caffeine intolerance likely signals broad stimulant tolerance, but I'd rather figure out doses that are manageable as opposed to mixtures that guarantee unwanted reactions due to unnecessary but apparently mandatory additive. Looking for DMHA. Oh, God, another DMHA looker. Alpha GPC, yohimbite, L-citrulline, arginine nitrate, beta-alanine, and beetroot from the same place. Hopefully something close to all that. Oh, good luck. So you didn't get much feedback here on this. I mean, this is a lot of craziness. Too much dang thinking is what I call that. And I don't like doing all that, man. Too much for me. Meaty morsels, the homie meaty morsels. Conqueror plus Irate plus Euphoria. Warning, I do not recommend this for beginners. I did this mad science experiment last Sunday at one time, sort of treat during my leg session at the gym. Yeah, you know, this is a lot. I mean, this is a lot. This is outside of my pay grade. He wrote down all this stuff and everything, and 120 mg DMAA. I don't think that Irate has a speckle of DMAA. I'll be honest. 2 mgs DMHA, 100 mgs DMBA. I mean, that's on paper, but I don't. This stuff. Let's be honest. The only thing you're really getting here is the actual DMHA. Who knows what's really in that Conqueror? They have some. That's not real amp citrate, I don't think. But it's a good pre, and Irate was a solid pre. Not a chance is it real DMAA. The Euphoria is legit 2-amino. Yeah, this is a real stim junkie thing here, and I'm not judging for doing this. The only thing for me is why I don't do stuff like this is just because it's like, where do you go from here? You know, it's like things fall short. You're putting together all this stuff, and it's so much stimulation. I just, to me, I just love pre-workout so much that I like to just kind of do the bare minimum to feel it, so I can keep feeling it. I love using it. How is Mesomorph V4 for my first hardcore pre? I ordered a tub along with a daily driver, and I wanted to know your opinion. I think I picked a good one. Fournier said very strong. I recommend 4 scoops of Crack OG as beginner pre instead. Okay, so we're talking junk. We're just joking around. We're all having a laugh, having a good time. I take a lot of high-stim, and Mesomorph is one of my favorites. And interesting, in the more lighter stim categories. I hate prop blends, but after a sample, I was sold. I've taken Mesomorph a few times. I've had a couple tubs. Years ago, Uncle Eddie sent me a tub, and then I recently got one a year or two ago. It was always a positive experience, not over the top, similar to Jack 3D, just that kind of high-tech DMHA, whatever sourcing they have, like smooth, but just a feel-good pre that kind of hits the spot. Nothing over the top, and very minimal negative side effects. I always found it to be a solid experience, man. Just a decent, like illicit pre-workout. And yeah, I thought it was nice. So then we got, I think he posted this again on the other Reddit, this Conqueror meaty morsels. This guy meaty morsels, God bless him. He goes hard, man. He goes hard. Some people love the mad scientist thing, man. They love the intensity and stuff. And if you could do that without building a tolerance or hurting yourself or whatever, there you go. I'm just, I want to give you guys honest reviews. That's a big motivation of mine to not do any of this craziness, because I want to keep my tolerance as light as possible so I can give an honest review on pre-workouts, because I don't want to take a daily and say I don't feel it anymore or anything like that. And so I took Ghost a couple weeks ago, dude, that thing was freaking awesome, dude. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, I feel freaking great. I totally forgot I took a pre. And so, all right, man. So I just want to say this. So this guy, Nader, who's a good dude, put out this video, Dark Labz Crack Gold Review, Legal Troubles, New Ownership, and Formula Changes. Is it still worth it? So I just want to say right off the bat, and I hit him up for this because I saw his video. Dark Labz is not in any legal trouble at all. Dark Labz is in zero legal trouble. They have had no legal trouble. The owner of Dark Labz happened to also be the owner of the WXN stuff and Gym Sanctuary or whatever. They got in trouble. None of that touched Dark Labz. Dark Labz has continued operating. They've had no eyes on them. They have been fully operational, as you've seen. They continue to drop products. Maniaco 2 came out, Cracked Diamond, freaking, what else just recently dropped? They came out with the purple, the gold, this and that. They had no legal trouble. So that is, I just want to say, completely inaccurate to say that Dark Labz had legal troubles. That's what he said. He said they have recently been in legal trouble and they're under new ownership. Both of those things are completely false. They have not been in legal trouble and they're not in new ownership. I said, Nader, you put out a video saying Dark Labz is in trouble, legal trouble lately. You said it was the first thing you said on your video. And he said to me, well, I think that's accurate to say because I'm not saying they were in a lawsuit, but I'm just saying that when they showed the Gym Sanctuary raid, they showed tubs of Dark Labz products. Well, that doesn't mean Dark Labz. That's like saying there was a raid at the gas station and I saw bottles of 5-Hour Energy in there in the gas station. So 5-Hour Energy has been under legal trouble. No, the gas station got under legal trouble. There just happened to be 5-Hour Energy there. That's the same with this. WXN or Gym Sanctuary or these warehouses got in trouble. They just happen to have Dark Labz products. There is not one proof of evidence anybody has that Dark Labz has been in legal trouble. So I just want to set the record straight because I'm on the Dark Labz website, dude. There's a GGH zone. So I stand by these people, man. I know the owner personally. There's also no new ownership, which is false. So I just want to set the record straight so there's no rumors going around. Dark Labz is not in legal trouble, and there is not new ownership. The owner is a friend of mine. He has been gone dealing with some stuff about his other endeavors, not because of Dark Labz, because of some other endeavors. And I just want to set the record straight. And so I just thought this was bad reporting, but that's me. All right, so here we go. Screen share. And I'm not scared to say it, homies. I'm not scared to speak the truth. Trying the new. So I used to take OG Jack 3D and Craze, so forth. I've heard about this Craze, man. People can't let go of this Craze. Bought SoCal Supps Wildfire and Renegade Labz Killer Instinct. Nothing. No jitters, no heart rate increase, no focus. Well, SoCal Supps Wildfire, I guess it depends the batch you tried because I've heard the new ones suck. They seem watered down, and I haven't tried them. And Renegade Labz holds no weight with me. I mean, I've reviewed one of their tubs, and it was absolutely, completely bunk. So you never know. But I don't know, man. Try some Maniaco or whatever and see what's up. So just looking for suggestions here on what others may do that helps out. I think I found DMHA through a separate review, but got to let go of the DMHA. That's what I'll say here. 2 kids at home. The DMHA is a thing of the past, and it's time to go. Try Excelsior, Doomsday, Hardcore, Thermal Spark. They're the closest thing to Craze. Interesting. Never knew that. Never tried Craze. I do have a tub of Excelsior here. Never tried that Doomsday either. I know, bro, Sif, it can be tough and frustrating when nothing seems to hit. The closest thing I found to old pre-workouts is Excelsior, but it's pricey. That's interesting. Is that like old pre-workouts? There you go. Fusion Subterranean. All right. I mean, I don't know. We get Flame 3 is a great pre. The new legit pre freaking smacks. You'll definitely have a heart rate increase with that. Let's keep going. All right, here we go. Making my own, looking for your guys' favorite ratio. Hello, friends. I'm new to the community, but not using DMA, DAMP, caffeine, pretty much everything in a pre-workouts for workout. But not using. Oh, he's not new to using that stuff. Okay. I'm looking for your favorite combination of still available or unavailable chemicals to make my own. All right. This is, I don't vibe with this. It's just too much. If you're looking for euphoria, fluoromethamphetamine, this is all craziness, homies. You got what the heck does this have to do with pumping iron? I mean, dang. There's a let me tell you how I view this. There's a line where we're talking pre-workouts and we're having fun, and then we're there, we're talking, Maniaco, this, Dark Labz, and then there's this line, and then we cross it right there, and we're like, all right, we're no longer in having anything to do with working out or health or fitness. I mean, we've crossed the line. Now we're just talking about chemicals and powders, and there's this line. I might have come up with it in my head, this imaginary line, but I feel like there's this safe zone where I could feel like I haven't done something to get in the way of my relationship with God, where I'm still in this safe zone where I could talk about pre-workouts, even 2-amino or, kind of gray area. There's nothing illegal about consuming a 2-amino pre-workout. I don't do anything illegal in my life. And then there's this, we're still, they still contribute to an iron pumping session. And then we grow in this imaginary line that I've created in my head, and we cross over. And now we're purely just talking about getting high. There's no iron pumping benefit to it. That's, in my opinion, that's necessary. And we're just talking about finding chemicals, research chemicals. I mean, it reminds me like when I was a kid on Arrowhead, just looking for mind-altering substances. It has zero to do with health and fitness. And where can I get these chemicals? It's just, come on, people. Like, let's bring it. I'm trying to raise some awareness. Flame got me in some trouble. So here's another one. And it's my opinion. And you're here for my freaking opinion, homie. So that's my opinion. There's this imaginary line I've made, which is a kind of a real line. And you know what I'm talking about, where you just cross it and there's no more health and fitness. We're just purely talking about doing drugs, basically. And it's very cringy and uncomfortable for me. And it feels like, what are we talking about here? Like, this isn't what I signed up for, to do pre-workout reviews and promote these products, to go in this area that where I'm buying research chemicals and adding it to my pre-work. It's crossing the line, dude. In my, for me. All right, so this guy had this whole thing where he was aggressive to somebody there, and everybody, whatever. I don't even care about this this post. Excelsior 726, very underwhelming. I got to tell you, I've heard now from a couple people that this certain 726 didn't hit at all. And I have the 626, and that thing is freaking awesome. So that's too bad. And that's the problem with Excelsior, is that here we go with all the people showing their tubs. Everybody's got to share. That's the problem with Excelsior, why I don't ever tell anybody to go buy it. Number one, Predator, I can't stand them. They're such schlong shiners. And number two, the batches are inconsistent. Some clown came on my last thread. He goes, "Oh, you shouldn't buy pre-workouts that are inconsistent, LOL, like Maniaco." I'm like, Maniaco's not inconsistent. You buy a tub of Maniaco, you know what it's going to do. It's going to hit. There were 2 runs of Maniaco. The first run had the pina colada and the cherry mango. All consistent. Every tub was consistent. Then they did their second run, which has sour blueberry, green apple, and tropical mango. All consistent. It feels different than the first run, but they're all consistent. You buy a tub of Maniaco, any flavor you get is going to hit the same. So don't like Maniaco. You mean you shouldn't buy inconsistent Prius like Maniaco. Shut up, son, before I take you to the garage and spank you, homeboy. Don't get me fired up. Here we go. The homie said, did Edge of Insanity change their formula? Bought sample packets like X amount a month ago and then bought their pre-workout, 2 cans. Packets I took were hands down the best, better than the cans of pre I bought. I high-key think it's terrible. Well, I'm going to guess you bought the international version. We got to see the label, but I bet you got the non-alpha yo one. I bet you screwed up, homie. Please check your label for Alpha Yo. There is a version of it being sold even by regular shops like Amazon, which does not contain high-stim, but identical as... Yeah, you might have got the international one. Yeah, the UK hit or whatever it is. But they pulled the okey doke on you, homeboy. Got to get that yo-yo blend, man. That GYMHOMIE Alpha Yo. We got a few more windows here, man. We're cruising. This one says, any recommendations for a first tub of high-stim? I'm sure if you will tell me to use the search bar. Well, how are you sure if you were going to tell you that? I know the batches are recently, a few people. Mesomorph, I mean, that wouldn't be mine. I would say Maniaco, and not just because it's my pre. The reason I say Maniaco is because my fiance hates pre-workout, and she's taken now both runs of Maniaco just to support me. She's like, it's your pre. I got to try it. She loved it both times. She hates other pre-workouts. I mean, Mesomorph is fine too. It's just, I don't know, man. Maniaco's got the pumps, Scary Hour, NutriBio, Hypermax 3D. Those are good ones. Those are all good ones. Don't try Maniaco, Crazy Smooth Euphoria. I think I probably like a low dose of Alpha Yo for the first few times I took it and loved it. Just makes my heart feel like it's going to blow. Convict from Condemned Labz. Those are all good. Those are all good options. Now we got Plus Banana 3008. Dark Labz Maniaco didn't hit off the rip first shot like any of the heavy hitter pre-workouts I've had before, ? So I just want to say, before I even read this out, this is a very unpopular opinion, and that's fine. Not everyone's going to respond the same to every pre. There was no way I was going to get away with Maniaco not getting some negative feedback. Basically, I want to start by saying I've used high-stim pre-workouts on and off for years, dating back to OG Assassin, V4 or 5. I believe that the one that was after the Ninja Star yellow label, okay, whatever, amazing. I've used Dark Labz OG purple and was popping. That was popping multiple times and flame. Maybe the Murderers logo is just a placebo for Go Animalistic. Either way, getting to the point, I only ever really F with these pre's on occasion, like now and recently. It's been once a year kind of thing. Finish a tub, black body. Oh my God, let's get to the review. And so I'll eventually tune in to see the point is, okay, sorry, I'm skipping around, but I went with Dark Labz Maniaco, came in, went for first time use, and overall experience felt almost non-existent at a half scoop. LO, never in the history of my use case full scoop, nor needed to on initial use. And I have to say, by no means ever have done that insane drug addict triple scooping mofos out here doing blasting like a real crack addict. But man, flame last year in August, I took a quarter scoop off rip and was wired from 7 a.m. to midnight. Eventually got to half scoop, so maybe once 3/4 scoop, then stopped without even finishing it, then trashed it because it went bad. Man, we've done 3 paragraphs so far and hasn't even talked about Maniaco. Jesus. Are you sure you're not feeling that Maniaco, homie? Because the way you're typing would say that you're freaking feeling that Maniaco. No, the Maniaco, I went with the half scoop, full speed. Beamer slammed it, and then that BI gave me next to nothing but a regular Panda pre-workout caffeine stim style set. Only other things I should mention, I've been in a calorie deficit, been on stims. All right, I'm just going to say this. PS got it from SuppsCentral. I'm just going to give it to you straight right now. This review holds no weight with me. So, and that's just me. And I'll say the reason I say that, the serving size is 1 scoop. So unless you've taken the serving and given your review on a serving of the pre-workout, I don't care what a half serving did or didn't do, or a quarter scoop or this or that. If you take the serving and you say you didn't feel like everybody else, that's one thing. The other thing this guy's saying, you're telling me you took Flame, which is a 4-gram scoop. You took a quarter scoop of it. You're telling me you took 1 gram of Flame and you were wired from 7 a.m. to midnight. 1 gram. 1 gram. It's a 4-gram scoop. So you're saying you took something doesn't sound accurate about this. I'm just saying, if you're reading this plus banana, please take a serving and tell me how it felt. You take a serving, then you can give it an accurate review. Sorry, half scoop didn't work, but nobody said a half scoop would work. Anyway, so what are people saying? I felt this heaviest hitter, so I don't know. So somebody else, Joanne Predator, said that Maniaco felt like a daily driver. I got to be honest. These are these poor sleep, low calories, 4 weeks of heavy stims. Probably Dark Labz are using some different, cheaper raws. No, they're not. Unless you're making a daily driver, you're probably right. And by heavy stim, hello.
Hi.
I'm recording.
Oh, sorry.
I try her good things. All right, so not everyone's going to vibe with it, and that's fine. It's just hard for me to hold any weight with a half scoop review. Dude, my fiance took a full scoop.
What, Maniaco?
Yeah.
Ooh, it was the best.
I've only tried the OG Maniaco, so I can't really talk on the new batch. So, look, man, go back, try a full scoop, and let me know how it is. Maniaco 2.0 is stronger at full serving than Barbarian, Wildfire, or most other good stimmies. Just take a full scoop, it says. It's absolutely one of the strongest out. Yeah. That's the plan. In a couple of days, I'll have been 7 days off all stims, caffeine, everything, sleeps better, calories up, energy. Basically, if it doesn't hit a full scoop, I got bigger problems to address. Dude, I promise you that at a full scoop, you should be feeling pretty freaking good on it, man, if you're not taking stims a lot. Let's move on. It's, if you can't take the serving that it says on the container and give a review, I can't give much weight to taking a different amount. It just doesn't, it's hard for me to be like, oh, that sucks. Well, you didn't take the full thing. Let's see here. We got a few left. What do you look for in a pre-workout? I'm starting my own supplement brand focused on clean, effective, and 100% potent ingredients with no artificial flavors or fillers. I want to create products that actually work and support real health. I'm for that, whether it's for energy, focus, recovery, or overall wellness. I'd love to know what you look for in a supplement, really, when choosing. I am on track creating the healthiest and virtually cheapest pre-workout ever. A normal person who wants other normal people to be healthy. All right, that's nice. The guy says euphoria. Of course. I mean, he's talking about a healthy pre-workout. And they got to say euphoria. Yeah, energy, pump, light energy, one beta reaction. I mean, yeah, if they're asking me, I'd say, some feel-good energy and some good pump, and that's about it. The problem with pre-workout supplements is they often don't specify the demographic they are designed for. Certain pre-workout formulas may be highly effective for individuals with ADHD, yet they might not yield the same results for those without the condition. ADHD is a scam. People. ADHD is some BS. ADHD! It's not real! All right. People love it, clinging on to their ADHD. I like that, man. I like what this guy's doing. If you can come up with a good pre without artificial flavoring, artificial sweeteners, man, that's such a win to me. There's so many supplements have artificial sweeteners. It's nice to have an option that doesn't. That's why I like transparent labs and stuff. It's nice to have that, man. Some, knowing that I'm taking something without the sucralose for a change and stuff. It is nice. Bucked up woke AF arousal issues. I am just not sure what is going on. Why am I getting an erection several times a day on this stuff? Anyone else? They contain vasodilators. You turn into garage gym horny, man. I don't know. It just affects you. Now, let's see here. Was Dark Labz caught in a steroid raid? Footage, labels, and shady shutdowns. I gotta be honest, dude. This is a clickbait post. A steroid raid. No. What I think happened, they got warned about DMHA, tried to sneak around it by renaming ingredients and changing labels. Okay, I'm going to say it again. You have nobody, there is zero evidence that Dark Labz has been in any legal trouble. Dark Labz website has been up and running. There have been fully operational. The owner is also involved in other brands that got in trouble that has nothing to do with Dark Labz, like Gym Sanctuary, WXN. Those are other endeavors. Dark Labz has no problems. They never stopped running since the owner got locked up. So this is all clickbait nonsense. Dark Labz and a steroid raid. No. Okay. What's the best pre you've tried without DMHA or DMHA? That's a good question. There's so many. I mean, there's Edge of Insanity. There's Tweak. There's there's just so many good. I just tried the NutriBio recently. That was a good one. The original Rect was so good when it dropped. Man, there's so many good pre's. Latest Rec pre-workout Heli. I wasn't expecting it to turn out so good just based on the label, but it did. El Jefe, Edge of Insanity. Symbiote, that is another good one. Crack Reloaded, Double Impact. It's Insane Labs, Psychotic Saw is great. Man, we have been blessed with so many options. What are you eating?
Chocolate chip cranberry truck bar.
You're not going to be hungry.
And in lunch.
So what? I'm no longer having more than hardcore pre-workouts at the same time they go bad. Following pre-workouts I had to throw to the garbage recently due to them getting spoiled. Okay. Crack Undead King, most of them. Yeah, well, when you have, this is why I chuckle when a dude posts their collection of 43 tubs of pre. I agree. That's why I keep 10. And I don't even get to those freaking 10. hardly, because I'm reviewing so many. So yeah, even 10 is a lot. And throw in, yeah, see, I got silica gel packets too. And if I keep a pre, I throw like 6 of them in there and shake it up. And you just got to be conscious. And just having too many tubs is, you're just never going to get to them. Okay, then we got 5 more tabs and we are done. Thermal Spark. I just got 2 bottles of Thermal Spark after hearing so much about it, and I'm wondering, can I take 1 pill in the morning and maybe 3 to 4 hours later take a high-stim pre-workout? No, absolutely not. I tried a pill today at 7, way overstimulated in my opinion, just way too much. 1 pill of Thermal Spark lasts me all day. When I take a Thermal Spark at 6:30 a.m., I feel it until 4 or 5 p.m. I mean, that's me. 1 pill of Thermal Spark. I got a fire batch maybe. I don't know. And it's probably not even good as the old original batches from, 5 years ago. 1 pill of Thermal Spark, man. I'm feeling good all dang day. What are you doing with your day? You need 2 Thermal Spark. I ended up taking another pill today at 3, 8 hours apart, and I feel okay. It's too much, man. 1 pill of Thermal Spark like once a week is good for me. All right. Whatever. I'm like a supplement wuss compared to these guys. If you ever want to feel good about your stim use, just go on Reddit. You'll feel really good about your stim use. Go on here. I don't know, man. I feel, anytime I get worried I'm overdoing it with stimulants, I come on here and read some of these comments. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm doing great. I'm freaking killing it, man. Dark Labz completely revamped their formulas. I'm kind of shocked by the difference. If you've been wondering if the new version is worth it, after those lab raids changed everything, I've got answers. This thing hits different, not necessarily bad, but different. All right. Whatever. Then you got East Coast Research. So I just recently reviewed this one. This is the new, basically, replacement for Wildfire. It sounds like SoCal Supps has rebranded their Wildfire pre into Kratos by East Coast Research. I saw GGH's review where he said it's a hitter that is similar to Wildfire. Anyone else out there able to share the same insights? I'm worried that I'll buy it, and it's going to be like the Snickle Fritz Wildfire from the past year. Guy can only hope it's like the OG Wildfire. Well, it sounds like you don't trust my review, but I'll say again what I said in the review. I said specifically it's like the good batches of Wildfire, 20% less, and without the nasty crash. So think of the good OG batch of Wildfire, the good, minus 20% euphoria and illicit feeling. And that's the bad part. If that's, if you're looking for that, but no nasty crash at all. It was clean all day. There you go. Gotta love GGH. The homie could sell ice to Eskimos. He's got me sold. Got a tub coming in the mail. It's fire. He's got me sold. It's fire. Well, first of all, I love you. And actually, when I get off of this, I will be selling ice to Eskimos. Because Eskimos need ice too. And I'm the one to sell it to them. And probably got shut down by the feds, which is why they went to the Snickle Fritz. If you look online, Beast Coast is owned by the same owner as SoCal. Don't know why they can't just re-release a batch of Wildfire with the goods. Nobody got shut down by the feds. Wildfire wants to, SoCal wants to disconnect from the geranium DMHA thing to, in their best interest to have a separate name. And there you go. So look, I think anybody who gets this is really going to like it. I know that this is better than the recent batches of Wildfire because I've talked to somebody who's taken both, and I stand by my review. I think anyone who gets this Kratos is going to like it. Just like the OG batch of Wildfire, 20% less, a little bit weaker than the OG batch, but still good with a without the crash. That's what you'll get. New cracked diamond. I got this on the way to me, so we will see what's up with that. They put the plan thing instead of Tumino. I hope it's good. The old cracked diamond was good. It was a good, feel good pre-workout. I think it was manufactured in Poland, just like how Barbarian was and stuff. And this one, we'll see what they do with it, man. Let's hope. And here is the last screen. Last screen we got here is Transparent Labz pre-workout. So I just used this first time Monday. I bought the fruit punch, used a half scoop. Flavor wasn't the best. Didn't notice anything during workout. Used 1 full scoop this morning. Taste was awful. Dude, taste is not awful of Transparent Labz fruit punch. I had to chug it to get it down. You sound soft, son. Half hour later, felt like I was going to throw up, turned my stomach, can't even stand the smell. Well, you have a very unpopular opinion on it, and that's fine. Where do I go from here? What's next to try? I need something that can give me the boost in the morning. Then drink coffee. Just drink coffee. Hypermax 3D. All right, there we go. So that's everything. We've said it all. We've gone maniaco. We've talked junk. We've had some laughs. Love you all. Hit the like button. Please leave your comments. God bless all of you. Let's get this dang muscle. And this is Reddit Reacts, Saturday, April 19th. Love you all. I'm out.